Hey everyone, this is Black Boomer Besties from Brooklyn. I'm Angella, and this one over there is Leslie, my best friend of 47 years and counting. This is a place where we give women of a certain age permission to permission to live abundant, joyful, unscripted lives. And we're glad that you're here. Today, we're going to be talking about and giving flowers to Coach Dawn Staley of the um, South Carolina Gamecocks, who just
Yeah.
won an amazing championship. And as we have been watching um, over the last few weeks, I've just been more and more impressed with the person who I've seen her to be.
hmm
And Les and I just wanted to talk about some of what we've noticed. And we just love the fact that she is so indicative of what we talk about here, which
hmm
is about um, living your life authentically, not being swayed by other people's opinions and the ways that we believe that we should be. She
hmm
is such a testament to that. She is a Black woman. She is a Christian woman. She is a basketball coach at the highest level. And there's so many things that could keep her in a box. And she is
And she breaks
absolutely,
out of that box.
she breaks out of that box, and we love her for it. So if this is something that you're interested in hearing about, go ahead and tell them what to do, Les.
But not just about Dawn Staley, but if you think that Black Boomer Besties from Brooklyn is, if we're people that you want to hear more from, if you like what we're saying, if you like our comments and things like that, we would love for you to like and subscribe. And what that means is don't wait, do it right now. Hit that box right there, like and subscribe. And we answer our comments and we
We do,
appreciate it.
do.
So
Thank
thank you
you
in
so.
advance. Now,
So,
about Miss Staley.
okay, so some of the things that I want to just call out about this woman. First, I'm going to talk about the way that her faith shows up in
Mm,
her interviews, and how grounded she is in her faith. She happens to be a Christian woman. She talks a lot about not just in general, oh, thank God, and so on. But the other day, I heard her say something where she said, she just won. I thank God for this win. This is uncommon favor, she says. And but she made a point to say, I don't only thank God when we won, because last year they made it to the final game and they lost. And she said, I
hmm
thank God for that time too. I thank God for that
Right.
time too,
Yeah, she
because
did.
do you know what I mean? Because He allows us to go through certain things and He's preparing us for greater.
hmm hmm
And
She said
okay,
something to the effect that it wasn't the right time for them,
yeah,
and she
yeah,
believes in that and waiting her turn and things.
exactly,
But this was
exactly.
her
So
time.
that was just one example. She talks about just sometimes you have to be at peace, peace be still. She just infuses her faith in the way that she coaches, in the way that she presents
Mm,
herself to the media. And I know sometimes people who are non-religious or for sometimes very good reason are turned off by the Christian faith because of how, to be honest, how awfully people who claim to be Christians show up in the world sometimes. And we just love that she lives out her faith
mm.
in a very public way,
Publicly,
in a
yep.
very public way. And so
hmm
that's one reason that we wanted to give her a shout out. Um, I noticed too that I love the way that she acknowledged Caitlin Clark.
Right,
The
her
video
opponent.
exactly. The particular video that I saw that on most recently was it was ESPN, Dawn Staley's message to Caitlin Clark, "You are the GOAT of the game." Um,
Oh,
it was
wow.
ESPN, and we just, actually she said, "You are one of the GOATs of the game," which is Leslie.
I had to
That
do
was
it.
accurate. That was actually the accurate statement that she made, but because what she acknowledged is that Caitlin Clark contributed to the elevation of the women's collegiate
Hmm.
basketball.
Hmm. Yeah.
There was,
Yeah.
I mean, there was so much hype about this game. I think that this game got more views.
More viewers than the men's NCAA final. It got about almost 19 million
It
views. A
when
women's. Hmm.
women's basketball, women's sport in general, to have
Yeah.
this much press. And so I loved how she gave Caitlin, and this wasn't the first time that I saw her do that, to call out Caitlin Clark for this, and just acknowledging what she did, and also acknowledging that this was not the end for her. Caitlin Clark is going to go on to
The
the
uh
draft.
the WNBA. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I love that about her. I think that's very uncommon for someone in this position to do, and
And
really
give
dig
such
her for that.
accolades too. Hmm.
Yeah, another thing I saw her do, one of her star players is uh Cardoza. She is from Brazil. And
Oh,
so,
uh-huh.
yeah, so she's this international student, and, is away from her parents. And I tell you, when I
With the
saw what,
pressure. Hmm.
yes, I mean, really, really difficult time. And Coach Staley surprised her by bringing her mother and her sister to a game. And I'm telling you, I
All the way from
bawled when I
Brazil.
saw that, all the way from Brazil to see um, their daughter and sister play in one of her big games. And it was the game that she made the buzzer beating
Oh,
three-pointer.
isn't that something?
Can you imagine? Can you
Yes, your
imagine? And her
people
mother and
seeing
sister were
that.
there. Absolutely. So shout out to Coach Staley for that. Another thing is, I think it was that same game. Maybe I'm not sure if it was that game where there was a big
Uh-huh. Was that
fight.
this season?
It was this season
Oh,
when they played against LSU, I think it was.
LSU. Yeah, they called it a brawl. I just saw
It
it as
wasn't.
a shoving match.
It wasn't the way that men brawl. Trust me.
Hmm.
Um, but when that happened, when she got up to the mic, and there was controversy about who was responsible and so on, but she didn't
As
think about
usual.
that at
Yeah.
all. Do you know what I mean? She
Yeah.
just said, she acknowledged that this is not behavior that she condones from her players.
Hmm.
She didn't make any excuses for them or anything like that. And I just think those types of things really is the type of leadership and the type of example
Right.
that
I was gonna
we,
say standing up by example.
I
Sure.
mean, it's just what we're about. And so when I saw these types of things happening throughout the last few months that I've been, my youngest son is really into basketball. He used to play, and so he's got me really into it. So it's
Hmm.
just been really refreshing to see this woman, Dawn Staley, show up in these ways and kind of just represent um, our brand so much. And one or two other things that, oh, a more recent one, she was asked she was asked a direct question about whether she thinks transgendered women should play sports. Really, that's what it comes
Mm.
down to, whether they should play sports. And she said yes. She said
Wow.
that she believes that they should play, and whether you agree or disagree is not really the point of me bringing it up. We each have our own opinions about that. I
Hmm.
love the fact that it was an unexpected stance. He actually asked her to kind of repeat it. He asked it a different way, and she she again confirmed that yes, that is what she said. And I mean, even she said, yeah, and I
She
know
said,
people are
and
going
I
to come
know
after
people are
me.
gonna come at me at this. I'm prepared for it.
Exactly. Listen,
And I also
you,
heard on that, excuse
hmm
me, the Iowa coach was
yeah,
asked the same question and
right.
declined to answer.
Ah,
And I'm not throwing
okay.
shade and saying that,
No,
she had to
no,
answer or should have answered a reporter's
no.
questions. It's not that at
Right,
all. It's
right,
just that Dawn Staley in this effort, in this case, she stepped out and rendered an opinion without regard to what kind of media backlash she might get.
right, right, right. Yeah, and I just think all of these things.
Badass.
I mean, this is what courage looks like, you know. She
I
knows that
think.
these things are going to come at her, um, but she has these positions. She states them. It's kind of like people think, oh, you're Christian, you don't believe in you don't condone transgendered people. Oh, you're a woman. You know you're supposed to act this way. Oh, you're a coach. You're supposed to be this.
Mm-hmm.
And we just dig the fact that despite these categories or boxes or labels that are placed on her, she
Mm-hmm.
shows up um, fully as Dawn Staley, Hall of Famer out of Philly,
I was
amazing
gonna say out of Philly, your neck of the
um,
woods for a while.
Olympic gold
Torch.
medal winner.
She carried she led the Olympic team when
Yes,
they
carried
were
the
in.
torch. I mean,
Yeah.
just big up, maximum respect. I mean, just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We love you, Don Staley. We love you. We
Yeah,
just want to
yeah,
give you your
she's
flowers.
mega. Oh,
So
yeah, I get it.
that's it. We just wanted to come on and give her her flowers and to let you guys know that she is a representative of everything that this channel cares about. We're here to just remind you that you have permission to live the life that you were placed on this earth to lead.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
regardless of your age and stage of life, at any point you can choose to live the way that brings you the most joy. That is it. That's
Yeah.
all we had to share. Thank
Okay.
you.
And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to hear more from us. Right there.
Absolutely.
That button right there.
See you guys next time.
All right.